Hi, and welcome to day 19 of documenting my journey for 1 year. So, today I wanted to share something very important that I realized while building my project. The hardest part about building a project isn't building your first prototype, your first working MVP, it's about debugging. It's about testing your application under extreme edge cases and making sure your application survives under extreme conditions or such conditions which are very rare to occur but they can occur. And this is where I realized something I wanted to share with you, that if you're relying highly on AI for coding, uh, make sure you know fundamentals of the coding languages you are using in your application, because later on you'll have a hard time debugging if you don't know what kind of language is being used and how is it being used. It is not necessary that you build everything from scratch, but you should be capable of enough of understanding what application is doing and where something went wrong. One habit I have started following is to ask AI summarize each and every change it has made over time. In that way, I'm just not accepting the code, I'm also reviewing it side by side on what changes it is making and is that right for me or not. Another thing I would recommend you to do is to create an action.md file, and every time AI make any changes, always ask him to or instruct him to drop each and every change made by him into that action.md file. So in future, if anything breaks, anything happens to your web application, you will also know and the model will also know what kind of thing went wrong and what were the actions it took before implementing that thing. Also make sure to understand, if you are dealing with multiple files, your code base have multiple files in your project, to know which file does what things, because if in future if anything ever goes wrong, you will know which file to look up to rather than just scrolling through your whole code base and looking for what this file does and what that file does. And today's biggest lesson is that don't let AI just build your project. Make sure you have your command on project and understand the project. And that's all for day 19. I'll see you on day 20. Until then, keep building.